What is up, guys? It's your boy No Risk, No Premium, back with another episode of the market overview, guys. Today we had PPI, and it was not easy trading in the sense of trading is never easy, but the game plan was going to be simple. I mean, if we really just zoomed out and looked left, I think anyone and their mother could have seen. Look, this 45 level was going to be that level to take out. We finally did, but we had a nice little gap fill down this morning, pretty much holding yesterday's high of the day, and then a rip from there, right? So you could have watched for that 45-25 level to hold or take the break and hold a 45-45, which yielded a pretty good trade to the upside. Now we've got CPI over, PPI over tomorrow. Let's see what we have for tomorrow. What is on the docket for tomorrow? Go to investing.com. Take a peek. We have some pre-market data, a lot of import export price index. We have the New York State manufacturing. Really, the only thing I'll be looking at will be all the University of Michigan data that comes out at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can see that all right here. It's consumer sentiment, consumer sentiment, inflation expectation 1 and 5 year. That comes 30 minutes into the market open, and that always gives us some good volatility right on a Friday morning, 30 minutes in. So for those that like to wait and don't like the morning volatility, definitely wait for that data, because you'll get a spike, a drop, a pop, a liquidity grab, whatever you call it. There will be some movement right when that data drops. It always does. And I think for tomorrow, it's going to be pretty straightforward here, right? Pretty straightforward. We have what seems to be structure that is very nice, right? Higher low, higher low, higher low, right? Now we've created higher highs. We're above last week's high. We're above this 45-45. That's big. Now we knew that this 45-60 on ES was going to be a big level. Why? I mean, we saw the reject here, but how many touches do we have into this area, right? Then we finally failed it, retested, and went down and made those local lows that we remember down here all the way down to 43.50, right? So for tomorrow, 45-60. Now, 45, 65, whatever you want to call it, but really it's about this 45-60 area. If we do not reject this and fall beneath 45-45, and 45-45 holds or 45-60 breaks to the upside, tomorrow I think is going to be a screaming Mimi, balls to the wall, calls to the wall, upside move, continuation, breakout. That's what I think. All right, so that's all we're going to watch. 45-60 is going to be that level to the area to the upside here, which is pretty much today's high. And we're going to want to see if any back tests into what we had a 1, 2, 3. Well, I'm sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 top, whatever you call that. Deca something. I don't even think it's that. We're going to see if that break and hold. So we want to see 45. Now, underneath 45-45, we could easily sell another 20 points down to 45-25. 4,500 is going to be underneath there as well. Over 45-60. You're going to want to look for 45-75, 45-88, and then this little bit of gap fill right here, right? You could see this gap fill. Really, you're just going to want to target this gap fill for the most part. It is 45.95. So above 45.75, 45.95, then 46.21 above there, if we want to get froggy to the upside. All right, so watch the dip buying, right? Watch the higher low at 45.43. SPY chart going to look very similar here to this ES chart. Obviously, ES is the S&P 500 futures. SPY is the cash ETF, right? Makes sense. So today, what do we have today? Right, I just want to zoom this in a little bit more for you guys. What do we have today? You guys see that we had the dip down and holding yesterday's high of the day, right? That was going to be that 448.50. You can see we had a wick below, but nobody closes on any big time frames, right? Nobody closes on any big time frames. So we knew that dip, even though it went a little bit below 448, right? What about 448.50 area, went 70 cents below or whatever you want to see. It still held that it still held that price, right? Still held that price. And it was just a gap fill down because we had a major gap up on the PPI data this morning. So tomorrow, let's watch for dips again, right? Let's watch for dips into this 448.50 to hold, making what? This keeping the structure, making a higher low again. And we're going to see if this 451.50 area, or taking out today's high, which is 451, I think 12, 451.25. Let's see, really 451 in general. Let's see if this area can break and hold to the upside. That would target this big gap. The gap is on the daily chart here, guys, as you guys can see. Very nice daily. Up here at 453.50, I would be looking for that double top rejection. Initially up in that area. If we get up there, if we break and hold above 453, it's pretty much a fair chance we're going to go to fill this gap 455.50. Okay. Above there. So guys, look to keep structure. I like the 4-hour chart. We're going to look to keep structure here. Any dips into 448.50 to hold, break and hold 451 to the upside, opens up the 453 gap above 453.50, opens the gap to 455.50. QQQ. What is going on in tech world? We got above 377.50, right? It took us all day, but we got above it, right? We got above it. So now let's see any dips into this 377 really now. It's going to be about 377. You want to see if we get some higher lows into this area to hold, but 377, 377.50, see if we can hold. Opens up 380 above there. Break and hold 380, opens up 384 above. Underneath 374, which is today's low. You can pretty much target the weekly lows 370, 369 below there. Underneath 369, I do like the bounce down here at 366.50 area. IWM, last but not least. That's not how you type that. IWM, last but not least. What was the plan for today? We said as long as this area down here at 182 holds, right? We want to see, can we get a break and hold of 185, right? We saw this little bit of resistance we had building here. So now let's see if we get a higher low and a dip into 185 to hold. Can we come up here and target 188 above there? Back underneath 185 though, sells, and I think we go see this structure and this balance down here at 182 again. That's under 185 if we break to the downside. Guys, that's all I got for you. You got to get your levels right. Wake up early and, of course, not do anything fucking stupid. We will see you bright and early. Peace.